Nicely decorated jar. I love my earth. This person put the summit register back on July 4th of last year from San Diego, and they wrote terrible mosquitoes all the way up. Dave Jurasevich. I actually met that guy on Mount McLaughlin, and he had talked about coming this way and climbing Yamsay Mountain. So yeah, he definitely made it up here. I think he was in his early 70s or so, retired and an astronomer, and I think he has his own Wikipedia page. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head on down now. Been up here for about an hour and a half. Back on the old trail. Out of all the snow, just a few little minor patches. Just off the old road here is this selected tree for genetics. I see these now and again. 018. And it says the same thing on this little tag here. So back down, stopped here at Jackson Creek Campground. Creek is pretty full here. It's not nailed in, it was all opens up to a good sized pasture. Coming in, there was a shelter, however, there was a whole family of people there that were just kind of speeding around with their vehicles. It's kind of odd. I'm at a place called Long Prairie. It's actually north of Yamsay Mountain. That's where I just was, right on the summit. So this is an old Forest Service road. It's had a lot of fallen limbs and stuff blocking it. I gotta go up this a little bit, and I'm gonna try to reach a small little hill called God Butte. And I'm gonna take my bike up, and it's roughly 2 miles from where I am here. I can go within probably about 3/4 of a mile, and then I have to probably go through terrain like this to reach the top. Leaving my bike chained up against this tree. The road starts to climb up that way, but I need to start going this way. Crossing God Creek, which is dry. On the other side here is an old road. So here we are approaching the top of God Butte. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit impressive. That looks like a face there. Maybe that's how the peak got its name. True summit's over there, but this probably has the best view, right? This furthest one to the west, this pinnacle. It's looking south towards the marsh again. Here we are at the true top of God Butte. This little summit doesn't even really have any sign that anyone's been here. Maybe those three rocks, I don't know. View isn't nearly as good as that other promontory. Found this nearby. It looks like somebody was bow hunting. It's been sitting in the dirt for quite a while though. The ends are missing, and an aspen grove in here. It's kind of in this low depression. Some of these are pretty huge. (2011), I guess. Wasn't too long ago. Just all starting to bud. Managed to make it all the way up here. This is the fire layout. This was not a pleasant road driving up. It was all pumice. Yeah, the windows are all open, but it's locked still. These are some big metal bars. Nice sunset. Call it a night up here. I'll just car camp. I got my sleeping bag and everything already. So I usually sleep with my head in the trunk and then my feet are out towards the back seat. Fairly calm morning. Still a little breeze. It's not like last night though. Gonna check out something called Shevlin Well. It's just around the bend there. Yeah, I don't see any sign of where the well would be. There is a slight depression right here. And that may have been it itself. Wow, this is looks like it's a huge ant colony. It's all fresh pine needles everywhere. You can see all these red ants. Crawling everywhere. Off the main road here, I'm going to take this road and follow it, taking a couple other spurs until I get to Jackie's Thicket. It's weird that they would have a gate here. I gotta go straight ahead, so it won't be a problem for me and my bike. So the road had a couple of fallen trees, and it has definitely not seen any clearing past this point. I'm still about half a mile from the thicket. I'm just gonna leave my bike there. and hike through all this. Coming here into Jackie's Thicket, the temperature is definitely a little bit cooler, and most of the thicket starts going in that way. So I'm right within the thicket. It is definitely a contrast from the outside of it, which was all pumice and drier forests. These are still dry, it's just all lodgepole. But you can see how much is fallen. Which, if this all fell kind of around the same time, then this must have been even more impenetrable. That right there, you couldn't even see past 200 feet. But I bet it was a lot more impressive prior to whatever event caused all this to fall down. I mean, this right here is just a lot of felled trees. Not really that big. 6 inches are some of the bigger ones, others are 2 inches or so. Back on US 97 heading south. Here at Spring Creek. It actually does come from artesian springs. Here you can see the sandy parts further out, and then this area that looks like black rocks are actually all mare's eggs, cyanobacteria. Nice sunny warm day. The water's just like the tropics. Very nice turquoise blue. And I am actually standing on top of all these reeds. There's actually water below me from all these logs here that fell centuries ago. The reaches kind of overgrew it. It's pretty solid. I mean, I can move around and stuff and it wobbles, but it's at least a nice viewpoint right out into the blue. So this right here marks the start of Spring Creek. This area alone has hundreds of water seeps coming out of the ground. You can see how the water comes out of the ground and just shifts all the sand around. So leaving Spring Creek here, there were 2 sheriffs that I passed probably about a mile ago. And I guess there's been a guy in a white pickup who's been missing, and there's people probably like this guy up ahead in this truck. He's been missing for a few days, so they've been out searching for him. I guess it was in this area here. As I was standing out on the reed patch taking my photographs, I saw 2 people in a canoe who were going right past me and asking me about the guy in a pickup, but I just assumed that they were just looking for somebody within the last hour or so. I didn't realize it was a few days. Well, hopefully they'll find whoever is missing.